jsme je nevybírali. Teď je... Potřebuji.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live.
As you wish.
No hostile activity detected. Continuing cautious patrol mode.
The impact of the Aug incident is still being felt 2 years after the fact. The fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-augmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S. government is not doing enough to protect them from augmented crazies.
A to bomba! Si to pro boha můžou plíst?
Do you despair for your future? Do you search for
Bude prověřovat doklady. Mějte prosím připravený průkaz totožnosti.
Area secure. Continuing cautious patrol.
Nice time for a walk.
Sir, there's a better life for the augmented, and it's waiting for you. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices its citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us?
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia. A concept city. 3D printed. Beyond state-of-the-art, a symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman, I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word, to make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
The future isn't something a corporation can create and sell at a premium. If anyone knows that, it's the augmented.
Our augments were sold to us, weren't they? And we took them and we used them to change our lives. The future is a framework. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
That must be convenient for a construction business.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
I thought the Udalek complex was Santos' future for the augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Utalek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rabia.
What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here? Or is that a lottery too?
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between augmented and non-augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented. It is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, they lost sight of the little people. You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
I'm sorry.
Do pronti pro augmento.
How about a few credits? Come on.
Hlášení o pohřešovaných osobách. Po útoku na Růžičkově nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob.
Well, that is
Podrobnosti
interesting.
najdete na webu státní policie. Potenciálně zmatené či zraněné jedince prosím ohlaste úřadu.
Hey, du bent
Someone there?
Get out of here, Clank. Hezký den. Doufám, že tady nehodláte páchat něco.
Stay out of his way.
Get this kind of news from Vikings. You know they're out there.
Criminal organizations in the world,
Clear.
despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Cassan.
Can't take that kickback.
The latest technology. Our portable data solution has massive storage capacity, flexible streams, and more than 1,000 other unique and patented features. Area.
I don't think anyone's here.
To New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, Also known as the Human Restorationer.
For outcasts like Richard, those who feel exiled from others who can no longer connect. Imagine communities filled.
No sign of anything.
City run by criminals and
No. I don't care what you do. They don't care about your privilege.
Are you feeling all right? You want a stock tip? Versalite.
Yeah, I know. You have no
Good things
money.
coming out of
Whatever.
their labs.
Czekamy na rozkazy. Czekamy na rozkazy.
This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed documentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunction. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world. The violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Elijah Kassan, reporting to you, live from Picus. In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sista Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live.
Thank you.
These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing them.
A dostane povýšení.
Jen protože to říkali na Pajkusu, to ještě nemusí být pravda.
Hlavně v klidu.
If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck.
Vážně smekni. Čemu dobrý?
You interested in some hacking software, mate?
Is this some kind of AUG protest? This is fantastic. The cause is very, very grateful. Take this, a gift for a true freedom fighter.
Underground websites
That's not just a display. They're for sale. Don't...
Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as...
Co chcete? Popovídat si.
My wife is going to kill me.
Městu vládnou zločinci a lůza.
Have you seen anything else?
Zatím nic.
Can't defend against that kind of thing.
Ať už to bylo cokoliv, je to dávno pryč.
Follow pro. Rather stay quiet.
Maintaining cautious patrol.
Keep it out of my report.
I guess.
You bought everything I had. Come back later. You bought everything I had. Come back later.
Lidi takhle žijou.
Stáhni si to přišel. It feels like everyone is paranoid.
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29? Already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Si myslíte, že mě tímhle zlomíte? To na mě chcete zkoušet solidaritu s augama? Tak to hodně štěstí! Jdi do prdele, zrádče! Já s tím neměl nic společného, ty kreténe! Můžeš mě zmlátit, mořit hladem, to je fuk, pravdu nezmění!
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Somewhere in this city, there's a mob-owned casino in a sewer. Now I've heard everything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Ursa Meyer, report to Cybercrimes. Agent Meyer to Cybercrimes.
Yep. Next thing you know, after every mission, we'll have to talk to some bookworm with no experience in the field about our feelings. God, I'm sure it's more. It's something. It came from higher up. These are chances you know you're mistaken.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Do the Jinn still believe that we have holes in the door? We need to know.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
chance of some real estate?
I feel terrible for his wife.
These
guys might love you both. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg, and And in the US, millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective was
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
despite whatever praises the underground media wants to see. This is Eliza Casson, reporting to live from Lycus. Ariel is constantly...
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace access granted. Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received. Granted.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night.
Listen up, team. What's our status? Where was that
You did us
chopper
proud in
headed?
Dubai.
We're almost
I'm
there.
Impressed, I hope.
Listen up, team. What's our status? Where was that chopper headed?
We got this. Thanks.
The Jinn can run, but they can't hide.
I have
3 airfields in Qatar that are promising,
but they're privately owned.
and nobody can get close enough to take a look.
What a nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out the buildings are abandoned, burned out, or bombed into rubble.
Satellite footage.
Maybe the connection is that composition can tell us a lot. Maybe whoever triggered
I think one of them would pop up as on the list.
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now, a meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, That reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Arya. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
Sorry, Adam, I can't really talk right now. Buried in paperwork here. Everything's got pretty hairy in the back.
I'll run it through a few filters, see if I can figure it out. No one's claiming responsibility. Guys might as well be ghosts. It's gonna take him a while.
I got a office. Agent Noyan, report to Agent McCready. Fully urgent. Urgent. Katarina Noyan to Agent McCready's office. Agent Noyan. Fully urgent.
That there is no code right here. We're designed to get maximum strength.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He gave you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that?
I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Arya. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
It could have been worse. That's why I want to find these guys. Maybe I'll talk to McCready, see if I can help.
Good luck with that. He chewed me out for asking if I could help with the case. I should have kept his new keycard. I don't want him stinking up my range anyway.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
So, you've decided you need some practice, huh? You know the best tip my training officer ever gave me? Reload your weapon before it's empty. Saves time. If you zoom in using iron sight, you'll acquire targets faster. Try it. You'll see the difference. Of course, you know a headshot is the fastest way to take down a target, but watch out for helmets. They'll slow you down. Okay, if your target is wearing armor, you'll do less damage per round. It takes to get through? Let's try armor piercing this time. Remember that, Agent. The right tool for the right situation. Could save your life. Now, let's take a look at technical targets. These are tougher to disable using regular ammo. They tell me shooting security devices isn't usually the best way to go. You should try to disable them. Once you've disabled a security device, your armor-piercing rounds will take it out more easily. You should always have at least one backup weapon, so you can improvise, adapt, overcome any situation. Hoorah! Seems like you're warmed up now. Let's go over some of the other aspects of your weapons. Silencers reduce sound, but the trade-off is less stopping power, less damage per hit. See how much extra ammo you need because of the silencer? Back to normal. But if you need to be quiet, Adam, the silencer's the way to go. Just remember the decreased damage. You know, there are several other types of attachments you can use to upgrade your weapons. Keep your eyes open for them. Again, reloading your weapon before it's empty saves time. The pistol in full auto will take down targets fast, but it'll burn through your ammo. That's your refresher, but I'm sure you already knew all that stuff, Adam. Feel free to come back anytime.
Jensen, we need to talk.
Aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451.
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Shouldn't you be out there tracking down whoever tried to hack into us?
You said some hacker's been getting too close to the task force. What is it you need me to do exactly?
I gave you the address of where the hack's been coming from. I need you to find out who's doing this. Figure out what they know and what they want. Remember, if the location of the task force is exposed, none of us are safe.
As soon as I know something, so will you.
No, that's not consistent with the train station's hours.
Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric...
It's a smart move. They don't want to be caught in a dragnet.
...the dialogue on both sides of the issue. Watching the human closely will be a break in the story. This is Eliza Cassette.
Been scrubbing through garbage for hours. For months.
Maybe what's in charge doesn't want anyone to
think one of them will pop up on some list somewhere.
You know who's been suspiciously quiet the last couple of days? The Collective.
Last night, the Collective published the tax returns for 50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very